My dear students, good morning everybody. How are you? I think all of you are fine. After the vacation of Durga Puja, I am going to conduct another class on English first paper, and in my previous class I told you that I will take another class on English first paper, and I mentioned the name of the topics, and already I have written it on the board. Unit 2, lesson 1, some of the greatest scientific achievements of the last 50 years. My dear students, now you are enjoying the class, staying at your home. How is it possible for you? Only for the blessings of science. Now you have got Android mobile phone and internet connection, computer, personal computer, etc. Electricity, everything is available at your home, and we cannot imagine anything without science. I am taking a class at my staying at my college, but you are enjoying it staying at your home. How is it possible? Is it possible only for the blessing of science? So today's topic is some of the greatest scientific achievements of the last 50 years. 50 years ago, it was not possible for us to enjoy such type of class. However, today I like to carry on my discussion on greatest scientific achievements. Open your textbook, and before going to discuss the text, there are some questions. What advantages has technology brought to everyday life? Science and technology are the two parts of the same coin. We cannot think of one without the existence of other. Where there is science, there is technology. They are the two sides of a same or of a single coin, two opposite sides of a single coin. So before going to discuss about science and technology, we must think what advantages has technology brought to everyday life. Can you imagine? I think all of you can imagine. It has brought about, or it has brought a revolutionary change in getting information. Actually, staying at your home, now you can access to any kind of information, and it is only possible for technological advancement or development. So my dear students, there is another question: how do science and technology make life better? Science and technology have brought the prospect of living longer life. They have also made communication system easier and faster, and also transportation system comfortable. 50 years ago, if we go to the history, then, or if we look back 50 years ago, then we can see that most of the people of our country would suffer from different kinds of serious or fatal diseases, and they would embrace death, embrace premature death without treatment. Now we have modern facilities and we can treat our patient using scientific technology. Science and technology have brought about a revolutionary change in the field of medical treatment. And suppose when we are students, I was a student of this college, but I had to attend my class, and it was not easy for me or for the students of our times to attend the class regularly, because communication system was not so much easy then. And you are enjoying virtual class, staying at your home, and during our time it was not so easy. We could not think of it, and everything has been possible for the advancement of science and technology. And we are eagerly waiting for better advancements. And what in your opinion are some of the greatest scientific achievements so far? First of all, we can think of electricity, then radio, television, aeroplane, spaceship, computer, mobile phone, internet, etc. All these are the greatest scientific achievements of this century. Please open your book and try to follow me. There are some words which may be ambiguous or unclear or may be difficult to you, and I shall try to explain them. So please follow me. And for this reason, I request all of you to open your textbook, Unit 1, Lesson 1. We human beings tend to forget how far we have come as a species in a relatively short period of time. Tend to forget. Here I will write down some words and their meaning. Species means class, sort or group. Understand? We human beings, that means mankind, tend to forget, have the tendency to forget how far we have come as a species in a relatively short period of time. Relatively. comparatively. Comparatively. It was only in the 1780s when we had the first house that was lighted with electricity. Now, from this line, we can gauge that before 1870s, electricity was not available. That means we had no access to electricity. That means after or during 1870s, electricity was introduced for the first time. Cars just started to become available 100 years ago. How many years ago were cars available? Only 100 years ago. Charles Lindbergh made the first transatlantic flight in 1927. And from this line, we can guess that, or we can realize that in 1927, the first transatlantic flight was available. Television did not become widely available until after World War II. Almost 80% family of rural area, or the people who live in village, almost 80% family today have a television set. And from television, they can enjoy different types of educative and entertaining programs. Now, television has become widespread all over the country. In other words, the advances humankind has made in a relatively short period of time have been nothing short of extraordinary. Here, another word, extraordinary. Extraordinary. I am going to write down the meaning of this word, that means exceptional. Exceptional, uncommon, and perhaps just as extraordinary is how we tend to simply adapt to these incredible senses, not realizing how completely our world has been altered in a short span of time. In other words, the advances humankind has made in a relatively short period of time have been nothing short of extraordinary. This is not extraordinary, but it is unbelievable to all of us how we are going to adapt to these changes. That means we are trying our level best to keep pace with the advanced world or scientific world. And adapt, there is another word. Adapt means adjust. Adapt means adjust, and alter. Alter means change. Alter means change. And with that in mind, it is worth looking back at some of the amazing scientific advances we have made in the last few decades. Decade means years. And let us now try to discuss the scientific advances of last 50 years. Here we find the artificial heart. Artificial heart. There is nothing that piques the interest of human being quite as much as the prospect of living a longer life. There is nothing that piques the interest of human being, curiosity of human being, as much as the prospect of living a longer life. From this line, we can easily understand that almost all the people of the world try to live for a long time. Try to live for a long time. Nobody wants to embrace premature death. Implanting a person with an artificial heart in 1982 was an extraordinary step towards increasing the human lifespan. Lifespan means a lifetime. Lifespan means lifetime. When was the artificial heart implanted for the first time? In 1982. Okay. A Seattle-based dentist, Dr. Barney Clark, was the first person implanted with the Jarvik 7, an artificial heart intended to last a lifetime. And what is Jarvik 7? Jarvik 7 is an artificial heart that was implanted for the first time with to a person, and the name of the person is Dr. Barney Clark. The Jarvik 7 artificial heart was designed by Robert Jarvik, who designed The first artificial heart, Jarvik 7, the name of that person is Robert Jarvik. Though the patient survived 112 days, how many days did the person survive after implanting the artificial heart? Can you tell me? Yes, you can tell. How many days? 112 days. Okay, you are right. It was a huge step towards the development of heart implant surgery. Though the patient or the person who was implanted artificial heart for the first time, the patient did not survive a long time. Only he survived for 112 days, but it was an extraordinary, or it was an unbelievable advancement or development or improvement towards heart transplant surgery. Heart transplant surgery. One day, more advanced versions of artificial organs will likely allow us to live much longer and more productive lives. And we can think that after implanting artificial heart with a person, with a patient, to a patient, it was a huge step for the more advanced artificial organs that will likely allow us to live much longer and more productive lives. When we get there, and it is our expectation, and if we can reach there, we will owe a lot to Robert Jarvik's artificial heart. Actually, it is possible for us to implant different or more advanced versions of artificial organs, then we will owe a lot to Robert Jarvik's artificial heart. Cell phones. Now you are enjoying the class with the help of your cell phone. So before 20 years ago, not 20 years ago, but 10 years ago, cell phone was not available for everybody. And I think you will find no families in your locality who do not possess any cell phone. Actually, everybody has cell phone, or everybody possesses cell phone. So now we are going to discuss the benefits of cell phones. Phones have been around since the late 1800s, but cell phones made their appearance only in the 1990s. There is different land phone and cell phone. Before cell phone, land phone was available. Today, by some estimates, more than 100 million people in Bangladesh and more than 4.6 billion people worldwide have mobile phones. From the text, we come to know that more than 100 million people in Bangladesh use cell phone. How many people use cell phone in Bangladesh? You are right, 100 million people. And how many people in the world use cell phone? Can you say? Okay, you are right, 4.6 billion people. 4.6 billion people. Absolutely, you are right. Anything that is useful and spreads so fast has to be considered one of the greatest inventions of our times. Though cell phone was introduced in 1990s, but it has spread all over the world rapidly. So, it has to be considered as one of the greatest scientific inventions. And for this greatest scientific inventions, we are getting the benefits. We are enjoying its advantages. Just 2 decades ago, 2 decades, how many years? Only 20 years ago. 2 decades means 20 years ago. Okay. In Bangladesh, even landlines were difficult to obtain. Though land phone was available, or land phone line was available in where? Only in urban area, not in rural area. Let alone mobile phones. Then we could not think of mobile phones. It was a dream to us, and now or today this dream has become fulfilled, or this is not a dream at all. It is a reality. Today, people from all social strata use cell phones, from street vendors to business executive in luxury cars. And from this line, we can guess that from a normal businessman to a business magnate can use mobile phone. And from villagers to urbanites, that means from the village people to the city people, everybody can use mobile phone today. And everything has been possible for the advancements of science and technology. So, now we are enjoying the benefits of science and technology. Since May 2015, Bangladesh joined its South Asian neighbors India at 862 million and Pakistan 122 million on the list of the countries with 100 million or more mobile phone users. The other countries on the list are China, 1 billion users. How many people in China use mobile phone? 1 billion. Russia, Brazil, the United States, Indonesia, Japan, Germany, the Philippines and Nigeria. Today, I like to stop here, and in my next class, I will carry on my discussion on these topics. So, I request all of you, I pray for all of you that you will remain safe and sound. So, stay home and stay safe.